All right, it's the 17th episode, right?
17th episode.
17th episode of the podcast. I'm Hoon.
I'm Chanch.
And we got our guest today,
King Pipi.
King Pipi. That's his name. We can't disclose his real name because he works for the CIA. But that's another story. We'll tell another day.
That's for like podcast 20.
That's for podcast 20. We'll reveal Israel's true identity. Oh, I mean King Pipi. This is Israel. We're co-workers. We're friends. He's an awesome friend. He's badass. Always hooks it up. Clutch Master. I call him Clutch Master. He also has that nickname. So, welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the Trouble Podcast. A long time coming.
Yeah.
Finally.
Been trying to have him for a while.
Finally.
Now we can finally get in and ask you the first questions we always ask everybody.
Yeah, finally.
First, let's go into your favorite music. Like, it can be one song, it can be an album, it can be an artist. What's your go-to right now to listen
What's your jam right now?
Metallica Enter Sandman.
Woo! Show me shirt. Ooh, kill 'em all.
New shirt.
Damn, new shirt. Damn. That's not a bad choice right there.
Because it's perfect for everything, dude.
It is perfect for everything.
It's like a stadium
like
jam.
when you want to go to sleep, Enter Sandman.
Exactly.
Don't need to say need to say your prayers.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Awesome.
You can work out to it. You can cook to it. You can
what?
Enter Sandman.
Oh man. Yeah, that's a good song choice.
Good song. And then you got what's your favorite beer? What's your go-to beer?
Go-to beer.
Bud Light.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys.
Shout out, Posty.
What are you drinking right now?
Dr. Pepper and Fireball.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Pepper and Fireball. That's like I could taste that, but in the morning. When it's like right there.
Oh, yeah. You're like getting up. You're like, and you're trying to get back to sleep so that way you don't feel.
Yeah, you're trying to get back to sleep, but you get the spins and you're like, ah! And then you like the Fireball's like right there in the back of your throat. You're like, God damn.
I guess that happens to boys because they don't have them in the men.
Ooh, he got me. Damn.
I mean, I don't feel that shit.
I mean, I like Fireball straight, but if I mix it with something, I get too out of control and then I end up like doing something stupid, weird. like a shenanigans when I got
true.
And then I threw up in a trash can.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was St. Patrick's Day.
I threw up in Chris's girlfriend's car.
Oh yeah,
that's how I met her. I threw up in her car. Well,
Hoon threw up in his friend's new girlfriend's car.
I've never met her when I was sober. Like every time I met, like he's always like, dude, every time you meet her, like you're drunk.
Oh my god, that's the way we first started off meeting Rosie. Remember, we're like super drunk.
True.
And then finally we kind of like okay.
Well, no, not really, because there was that one time that I went and I was like, because I drove you, so I hadn't drank, and I was the only one that was sober until like later on.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm always drunk. So.
But you're that's my secret.
That's my secret, cat. I'm always drunk. Yeah. All right. Well, one of Hoon's new topics on each podcast is: do you have a ghost story to tell? Alien experience or ghost experience?
I do have
in your life.
one story.
Paranormal experience.
One ghost story I do have. It's when I first moved to Brownsville, got my security job. I was working at the iTech, the STC college. I was making my rounds and I had to let a cleaning lady into a room that only I could open. And she was there with another one, and they had those emergency call boxes on the doors. And as I'm opening it, it goes off. The little girl comes on. What's your name? Tell me your name. And there's nobody else but us in that building. And it was a little girl.
Not for me.
Yeah, but
no.
but in that moment you don't know. Like it could be an actual little girl.
Could be an actual little
that's
girl.
Why. No, that's why I'm saying. Like that's why it's
like.
Nah,
knowing me, I would have freaked out. I would be like, "Fuck that! I quit."
You wouldn't have gone. You wouldn't have been like, "Oh shit, I need help." Like,
fuck no.
Two kinds of people.
I'm not a police officer.
911.
That's the thing, though.
There's a roast. Oh my god.
If those boxes go off, I get contacted by the police department, my boss, to see what's going on, and that never happened. So for it to go off, someone actually has to push it. What sense of?
Oh no, man. No, I would have quit right then and there. I would have been like, I'm out. Here's my whatever. Here's my uniform. Fuck you. I'm out.
That's looking at you.
Oh my god! Why is that window open? God damn! Lechusa right there.
This is the worst. All right, but did you go and check? You went to go check.
I went to see where it was at, and nobody, like I said, it was just me and the cleaning crew, and none of them were little girls, so it was straight up. What's your name? I want to know your name.
Oh no! Did you tell her your name?
Hell no.
Big Puff.
I'm King Pipi. King Pipi. What's your name? It's an actual little girl. Oh my god. Oh, that's too much.
Damn. Well, I mean, like, we've been hearing it since we were kids. Like, growing up here about that place being haunted. Like, we were always told that,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Definitely.
And I've been saying we should go ghost hunting sometime.
What do you think about ghost hunting?
I think it's a good adventure.
You see?
Oh, man.
You
they don't
see,
want to be
like-
messed with. Why would you want to mess with them?
But it's not really like
Sandra will go.
It's not really like going out to like mess with them. It's just like
I've gone before on 2 ghost adventures,
Yeah.
and they were lame as shit.
Exactly. I was gonna say like I don't want to go on those actual like tour stuff. I want to go on the like let's go fucking 3 a.m.
Yeah, like just
like
2 of
nobody's
us,
yeah.
and then we never seen again. Yeah, like that. You know.
We'll just go up and go to a call box and ask somebody for help.
What's your name?
Sorry, I can't help you.
Oh man.
Damn.
Nah, no way. Oh.
That's you, Doug.
Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
You take over. So then, aside from that, that's been it. Like you haven't had anything else. It's just that little girl.
That little girl is the only one that ghost story wise that I got.
Damn, never in your life. Alien stuff, nothing.
Aliens, no.
Nothing. Do you believe that there's like aliens? That aliens exist?
I'm on the fence.
So are the aliens at Area 51?
No, my wife, she says she's been abducted. She says she's having a dream one night.
Oh no.
About aliens taking her. And then she woke up the next morning. She had red dust all over her fingernails. Like,
Dude.
Dad, no. That's not for me, man. I try to like avoid avoid talking about aliens, even though we talk about it on the podcast now.
No, I
but I don't get too deep. Like I don't want to be like.
Well, we could, yeah, because I mean, same thing for me. But I've always been that's always been an interest because, like I've said it before, they exist. I can say that confidently.
I can say it confidently too.
It's not like I've said.
I respect them. Please don't abduct me, please. I respect you.
But I mean, they might not even be like smarter. Like it might just be like bacteria or something on another planet. But aliens do exist.
Yeah.
It's in I can say that. Like I'm pretty sure if humans found a way to exist, like it can happen somewhere else. If life happened, it could happen somewhere else.
They're watching the podcast.
They're probably watching the podcast.
That's
right
her
now.
one viewer.
They're like, "What's your name?" Oh shit!
well, then you never know because how do we get our technology? Like, how do we come so far advanced?
Yeah, exactly. We talked about this on the Sweet 16. We were talking about how
Did we?
yeah, we did. How we're
pretty gone.
We're pretty gone. We're talking about how there has to be other intelligent life forms out there. It's all good. Israel's on call right now, so he has to help out a customer right now.
Yeah,
He'll be back right now.
He'll be back.
About the intelligent. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Oh,
About the intelligent one.
The intelligent beings across the universe. I mean, there's got to be more, and then they probably have more advanced technology than we do. So they have the technology to actually come and visit us and observe us. They can take off. Or whatever.
Yeah, like how we said about.
You remember my password?
Yeah.
Oh.
It hasn't changed for years.
We should get Sandra on here.
No.
No, Sandra. No, Sandra. She doesn't want to.
We could. What?
You ever think aliens are like us in the future time travelers?
That's another thing I want
Yeah,
to get
that
into.
Sandra just said if we think that aliens could be us just from the future and they're actually traveling in time to observe us.
Good fucking
That's
question.
that's a really good fucking question.
Good,
because-
especially because I've been wanting it. I forgot to write it down, but it's been in my head all week that I wanted to get into time travel because what was it? I read this thing that like scientists found like that there's different ways that time travel could exist.
Did you
know,
did
right?
you see how they did it with the quantum computer?
Yeah. So I'm saying like it can exist.
They
like,
reverse time by like a millisecond or something.
Yeah, and then there's the whole like when you can go like just travel so far ahead in time and stuff like that. But so there was one that I read that it's possible to travel forward in time, but you can't come back because there's two possibilities for time travel. Exactly. So you can like travel far, you can travel ahead, but you can't come back because you're going up ahead. Your aging is kind of slowed down. And then when you come back, it's gonna like speed it up. So by the time you make it back, you're gonna be dead. You can't live to tell what you saw in the future.
Imagine they found everybody leaving.
Interstellar. Have you seen Interstellar? Yeah. Crazy shit, man. Oh my god. How did we get into that again? How did we get into this again? How did we get into this topic again? God.
Eventually,
now my mind's gonna wander like the whole night and be like, oh my god, this shit's for real. Damn.
Because that's crazy.
It is crazy, man.
Because it's a thing, like, because time travel technically exists. It's not the way movies make it out to be. It's not fucking Back to the Future. You get into a DeLorean, fucking, but
not yet.
It's a thing.
No.
Well,
probably not.
I always used to say this. Remember when we were young? I think I was maybe in high school when I always used to say, like if future me hasn't come back. If future me doesn't come back and tell me not to do something, like, is it really a bad decision?
Yeah, that's true.
That's how I used to justify all my bad decisions. Like, if future me hasn't come in and tried to stop me,
then,
like,
and then you take that extra shot, boom, and then you black out.
I was like, if this were a bad decision, future me would come right now and be like, no.
You wake up in the morning, oh, thank God I'm alive. Oh shit, nah, that's crazy. That's real crazy. I think it has something to do with wormholes and black holes and shit. I mean, bending of space. Because when you bend space, you bend time. Because basically you're getting to one point in the universe that's...
But like I said, I mean, we've talked about like aliens, we've talked about ghosts. If we go into time travel, I guess this is a whole separate thing. Do you believe that time travel exists?
Yes.
I don't.
You don't? Why?
I believe that you can bend time.
I think
you
it's
can't.
okay, because this is the thing. That's such a like broad time traveling through time. We're taking now. We're just not going back. I guess.
Yeah. I can't explain it. I don't know.
Right?
Like,
We're talking about time.
We're talking
travel.
about time travel. What do you think? Your thoughts? Real or fake?
Is it possible? Is it not?
I think it is possible. I really do.
That's what we're saying. Like,
Because I see you see all those theories on Facebook. Simpsons had
predictions.
Back to the Future predictions.
that one guy in like 1912s or whatever dabbing.
Yeah, I think it's very possible.
A good observation, or not a good observation, but a good point that Jose brought up on the Sweet 16 was
Oh shit! I don't remember.
the cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the cell phones? Have you seen those pictures?
Yeah.
Oh,
Of
okay,
the-
yeah. Okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
remember.
the lady,
I
and
remember.
there's another one where they're like that holding the cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty convincing, man. Even though it could be just
Keanu Reeves.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah,
the pictures. There's a good and I said this on the last podcast. There could be a really cool coincidence. Like it's like, just straight up coincidence. Maybe it could be like a pack of cigarettes that they're just like shaking.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I don't know.
Because there's a lot of coincidences. But what I was telling him earlier was scientists have found that there's possible ways of time travel. Two possible ones. And one of them that I didn't really read too much into it. This was like earlier today. Was that one of the modes of time travel is that you can like travel like super far ahead in time, but you can't travel back. Like technically you can travel back, but as you're coming back, you'll basically die because as you're going forward, you're aging slower, but then as you come back, it's like tripled or doubled or whatever. So you're like dying quickly on your way back. You won't make it back to tell whatever you saw in the future. He's already like...
Damn.
Yeah.
It's too much for me, man. That's too much
I
sauce.
love this, dude.
No,
It's because I watch Rick and Morty.
Shut up with your Rick and Morty, man. I love Rick and Morty though. But, you know, I think if you, like it's like I say a black hole. Like you get space, here's space, you fold it in half, and here's that fucking black hole, and you can travel into the future. But I don't think you can travel back in time.
Whoa. Okay, same thing. I don't think we can travel back. I
Or
don't think
observe
that's-
it. You can observe
Well,
previous, like we were just talking about it.
I was
Interstellar.
Okay.
Where you can observe it. You can observe, previous time, but you can't.
And that's the crazy part. How like you can't go
Right.
back to talk about it, like, or you can't
Yeah.
like you're.
The movies and the TV shows, if you travel back in time, don't talk to your past selves. Like,
Oh yeah.
why would they put that in there
If they don't know.
if they don't know?
Yeah, because they can. Well, yeah, because it'll mess with the
Mhm.
history of things, space time continuum,
And
shit
that's
like
where we
that.
can get into where, okay, this is another thing because
Mm.
like, okay, we've gone into time travel, different dimensions. What about like
That's
alternate
okay.
dimensions?
Okay, alternate dimensions,
Like different, because I mean, there's
parallel-
all the universes,
parallel
there's
universes,
different galaxies,
yes.
universes, and stuff like that. What like there's like a whole lot that we haven't discovered, a whole lot that we can't even reach. What if we can't reach it because that's like a whole different like there's different like planes and
I want to hear what you think first. What do you think about like
Other
different
dimension.
dimensions, parallel universes? Go.
I really don't have a. I don't believe in those ones. That's
No?
a little hard for me.
Okay. I believe in different dimensions and parallel universes more than I do in time travel.
yes, okay, I can see that.
Because I think
like how I was saying, like time.
We were talking about it
You mean traveling back? Because like I said, time travel is such a broad thing. Time travel, technically, we're doing it right now. Like we're going ahead in time. We can't go back.
Yeah.
Like, we're technically time traveling.
each second is history. Like
Exactly.
the clock keeps ticking. Like you're not getting
Ah,
younger.
you see, that's in the past, dude.
I know. That's in the past. Lion King.
Yeah, the good one.
Yeah,
The good.
the good one.
We'll
the
get
good
to
one.
that.
The good one. Yeah, we'll get to that. No, it's. I was talking about this and nobody like knew what the fuck I was saying in the last podcast.
I was probably just
not
out of it
no
'cause
disrespect to Jose
we were
and
all
Ivan,
out
but
of it,
yeah,
though.
they were like, what the hell? Because I started talking
we all
about different
drank so much,
planes.
we were all out of it.
I started talking about different planes in existence. So like you can have something going on right next to you, but you wouldn't even know it because you're in this plane and that's another plane. So that's where the parallel universe theory comes in. And then there's several theory about parallel universes where there's like an infinite amount of parallel universes, or there's a theory that a lot of scientists have right now, which is the 7 universes, and they're parallel to each other, like stacked up like that, legit stacked up like that, or
It's kind of like
the balls. I forgot what it's called. There's like different. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
balls.
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like if you see the image, it's like different universes in balls, like all around. It's crazy.
kind of how I was gonna say, like kind of like how Endgame, like the way they describe the whole, like the different, how it creates another one.
Yeah,
or
like
whatever,
a split and and the
how it splits apart.
tear and the That's crazy, man. It's you start thinking about that and then you're just like, God damn it, and you can't sleep at night. You're like,
I'm trying to sleep tonight, so don't.
yeah, I know, yeah. It's a little juicy.
I lost my sleep at the coast.
Yeah.
So, parallel universe. What does the parallel Jacob look like?
That's a good question, man. That's a good question. Maybe he's not even born yet.
Dude, there's a universe where fucking Trouble Hooked has more subscribers.
I know,
than Jake Paul.
right? There's a universe where we made it already, and we're driving Lambos and stuff, our Teslas and stuff. But I think, and this is just what I think. This is not proven by science or anything. This is just like what I think of shit. Is like when we dream, we enter like different.
Ooh, yes.
Different parts of different parallel universes.
Now you.
I think that's and then you get deja vu.
Yes.
You get deja vu.
I also saw a thing that was like about deja vu. That was like, well, what if that's just because, like, what if you don't know this? Like, you die, but you relive your same life over and over again.
Yeah.
But you don't know it.
You don't know it.
But you don't know it.
You'll never know it.
You'll never know it. Like,
You're just living
because
it
you
over
die
and
and you
over
just
and
live
over.
your same life over and over again. And that's what deja vu is.
Yeah.
You
I'm gonna
like,
go with that, but back to your time travel. You ever see a person? I know you.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then the thing about deja vu is whenever I experience it, I want to do the opposite.
Yeah, so
And I'm like, and I'm like, I've done this before. I'm supposed to do this. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah,
Exactly. So you can get away from.
Yeah, it's crazy. It makes you think. You're like, oh shit. I'm like, what if I'm making the wrong choice? But what if I've already done this and I made the wrong choice? So I'm supposed to take this choice.
Maybe.
That's why those the fucking Goosebumps books.
Oh
the, the Tell Your Own Adventure shit.
Animorphs.
They knew it was
Yeah, it gets juicy. It gets juicy when we get into those topics and everything.
Yeah,
But,
so we're, it's about time where we segue over to remakes, reboots, and stuff like that. You know, you've got a lot, especially with Disney right now. They're doing like what, Jungle Book, Lion King, Mulan, Beauty and the Beast. Like,
what did it start with? Jungle Book? It started with Jungle Book, right?
Don't remember what it started
Jungle
with.
Book.
Was it,
Yeah,
no, because it was before. Because there was like Beauty and the Beast. No,
No, it started with Jungle Book
Jungle
first,
Book's
didn't it?
older.
no, Jungle Book came out way after. a
No
little bit
way.
after.
John Favreau did Jungle Book,
Well,
didn't
then,
he?
well, yeah, but that was recent.
before Beauty and the Beast.
There might
I
have
think.
been
I don't know, man. You might be
Maleficent
No,
because they did the whole.
right. Maleficent. That's true.
Because they did
That's true.
Snow White and whatnot. So dude, they've been doing this for a while.
They have.
Like, how do you feel about that? Do you think like they should like? Do you think it's just like? Because there's different ways. Like they're like, oh, there's people that are like, oh, they're just trying to make money. Like they're just reusing the same stuff instead of creating instead of creating new stuff. And then there's people that are like, oh, then they're just bringing it in for a newer generation. Like it's just like there's people that are like, okay, we saw it when we were kids, but our children, like this is like a newer, updated version for our children, like for our.
That's What do you think about it?
I mean the remakes. I saw Aladdin recently. The remake.
I'm gonna go pee real quick.
It holds its own,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not the cartoon. It'll never be hold up to the cartoon.
Because it doesn't have Robin Williams, man.
It doesn't. But Will Smith, believe it or not, did it well.
He kills it.
Yeah.
He kills it.
Okay, I like Will Smith, man. He's a good actor. So
But he did a really good job. The movie's really well made. So that remake isn't bad. I'm waiting to see The Lion King, see how they did that.
I don't know, man. I think I'm good with the cartoon. Like, people keep telling me like, no, you got to see the live action or whatever, and then people are telling me like, oh no, it sucks, whatever. Like, it's not the same emotions and everything, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. I think I'm just fine that I know the story already. I know what happens. So why would I see just the live action version just for like to see the awesome CGI? I mean, I already see awesome CGI in a lot of movies. So why would I want to see that?
Back to Endgame.
Back to Endgame.
No, well, I believe that like they're doing all these remakes for the kids of today, because the kids of today haven't seen those movies.
Yeah.
So the parents, hey, we watched this as a kid. So they, what we did for Aladdin, we showed them the cartoon first, and then we showed them
Good
the remake.
move. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, think about that. But then, okay, so that's what I'm saying. Because there's that, and then because, like, companies obviously are going to be like, oh, people are going to think this. They're going to think, oh, they saw that when they were kids, so they're going to want to show it to their kids. So then they're going to be like, let's just remake it. And, because they're going to be like, oh, like nostalgia. They're going to be like, oh, I love that when I was a kid. You guys should check this out. Then they're going to take, and then boom, we got your money. Like, do you think that's just a cheap, like, quick, like, easy cash grab?
Of course.
Yeah.
For them, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
To put families together, it's
My
Family
kids
time.
like the movie more than the cartoon.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I like the cartoon more. I mean,
Yeah, it's because.
And it
You
also
saw
depends on
that's
who
what
they
we did.
have and who they get. Like that's the thing. Like I
Casting.
remember, I think my aunt said that it was with Lion King. She was like, they could literally have used everybody from the original one.
Yeah, they could have.
They could have. They're all still alive. They could have used the entire original for the Lion King. They could have
Yeah.
used the entire original cast. Why didn't they? Like
Well, I mean,
plus
they went with
plus
a more.
the new Lion King. They cut out that scene that we just talked about. The whole like boom, that's in the past and everything. They made Rafiki like a more serious type character. He's not a real. They made him more serious.
I don't want to see it now.
no.
That I knew that alone was gonna get it. But think about this, like, okay, it's CGI. They're trying to make it look realistic, so that's what they're going for. So they can't like really like animate and make their faces, this expressions, facial expressions. So it's not like really as funny and stuff. Like I know the voices and stuff, but then when you look at the actual like the characters and like it just it doesn't feel the same because their faces. That's why I saw this thing with they had an interview where they asked the Patrick and SpongeBob, the voice actors, Tom Kenny and I forgot his name. They asked them, like, why do you think so many memes came from SpongeBob? And they said, well, because of how expressive they are, because the way they're animated,
Yeah,
the
way facial
the big expressions,
everything.
That's why it's like Tom and Jerry. That's why you're able to make, because of the big facial expressions.
Tom
that's
and
why you're
Jerry
able to
is-
make these
dude.
memes and stuff. Like that's why they're so like.
Tom and Jerry's fucking funny.
That-
When Tom and Jerry in the episode where the lion gets out of the zoo, and then it somehow ends up in the basement, and Jerry's in there too, and then Tom is going in with the hat, with the hunter hat. And he's like, and he walks in with that face, and they made the meme like that. Dude, that shit is funny, man. I love Tom and Jerry.
Those are the cartoons classics. You can't put that on TV today
Oh yeah, no, you can't.
you
The cigar smoking, the
because it's PC. It's not PC. Politically correct.
Correct.
politically correct,
And-
exactly.
That's another topic I wanted to get into good segue with PC is people are like, do you feel that we're actually like getting softer, or do you think it's just like, you think that's like not a real thing? Do you think generations are getting softer? Do you think?
My opinion, yes.
Yeah, they're getting
I
softer.
don't really am.
They're
We
getting,
talked about it like we kind of went into it before.
Because I'm gonna go right here. I was born in '84. If you look at the timeline for millennials, I'm a millennial. But I don't need. Sorry for if I offend anybody, but I don't need a safe space. I don't need a PC. I don't need this and that. I say it the way it is. You don't like it, well, sorry.
Yeah.
But why do you think that's happening? Why do you?
I don't know. Well, here's the thing. With today's cartoons, there's more cringe. There's more like, there's an episode of SpongeBob, dude, where SpongeBob it's one of the newer ones. SpongeBob is helping Squidward remove his like furniture or something, and then the sofa lands on Squidward's foot, and then he moves it, and then the toenail comes off, and it shows like the whole vein and everything exposed.
I know what you're
like,
talking about. I know
and he's like, and it shows like the whole thing, and I'm like, what the hell is that?
Pay attention to the SpongeBob episodes. They're very sexual jokes.
Oh yeah, this is gay as shit.
Yeah.
But it's funny gay, you know, like it's like
there's a lot of stuff that
it's like when you're
All the gay stuff.
it's like when you're with your homies, you're like, "What's up, baby?" Like, yeah, like, it's like that. It's unless
Wait, that was just a joke. You didn't mean it. So all those times, Chow, the old man,
Chow, the old man.
with the old man.
You don't remember
Chow?
Follow me. Nah, but the newer cartoons today, they're more cringier. Like you ever see Uncle
You mean
Grandpa
as
or Uncle
A
Grandpa?
little bit,
and
yeah.
then-
The pizza.
Yeah, and Pizza
Pizza
Steve.
Steve.
Yeah,
Pizza
Pizza Steve. All those cartoons, like they're like, oh shit, like what am I watching right now? Versus like Tom and Jerry, Courage, Tom and Jerry, like all these old shows where it's like, you know, there's episodes where it gets really dark, where Tom and Jerry get depressed as shit, and they're drinking, and they're there like, you know, all drunk, and they end up on the railroad track, and like eventually, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like.
But why do you think it's happening? Because there's some people that blame it on like social media that say, oh, it's just that like it's been a thing. It's just that now with social media, there's more people that are like more that there's more people that can be heard about it. Or
Yeah.
I say it's parenting.
It's parents. Yeah, it's parents.
I can kind of see that.
Your kids.
I can kind of see that.
Don't say no parents. Say yes, and then when you tell a child no, they freak out like, what's that word no?
Yeah.
I never heard that before.
Yeah.
It's parents.
Like, I'm trying to raise my kids the old school way. If you got something to say it to their face.
Look me in the eyes.
Look me in the eyes.
Like
Yeah,
when I'm yelling at you, like don't look down.
Yeah.
Like, I got my kids, they'll talk back to me. I'm like, what'd you say?
Yeah, and then
They're like, oh,
That's what I thought
yeah.
you said.
Yeah. My parents raised me up like that,
Exactly.
and then they used to get mad when I used to watch Ed and Eddie. They didn't want me watching that shit. Ed and Eddie was worse to them than South Park was. Yeah, just because of the violence in Ed and Eddie, like they would hit each other, and I would like I would always like do stupid shit with the neighborhood kids, and
Now we do that in our vlog.
Yeah.
My mom was like that with me on 2 shows. I could watch The Simpsons, but not Married with Children.
Oh,
I don't know if it was humans versus cartoons, but I mean Bart Simpson versus Al Bundy. Like, come on now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, my parents didn't see a lot of the shit I watched. I would watch Adult Swim. When Adult Swim came out, I would watch Adult Swim.
I would stay up.
And then I would watch Cinemax After Dark. I would get my shit on. I would watch that shit. Hey.
Make you a man on that.
Yeah. Yeah, before smartphones took over and it was Cinemax After Dark.
Or you didn't have the cable, the scramble point.
Yeah. Oh, a titty, I see a titty. Oh yeah, that was fun. That was cool. But I don't know, like you said, like I think just people are more offended real quick now. Like you just gotta chill out, you know. I could be walking in the street, somebody call me a fat ugly fuck, and I'll be like, well,
cool.
You want to fucking fight or get the fuck out of here, you know? Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, like this guy, and I blast him on Facebook. Yeah, this guy called me an ugly fat fuck, which is true.
And do you think a lot of it is like? Do you think it's getting worse because of social media? Because we all
I don't think it's getting worse.
No, because you have the whole. Because dude, I basically. We were coming up during that time when social media is like starting up, coming in with MySpace and all that stuff. Dude, MySpace, you could like quickly become like enemies with people just because of your top 10 or whatever. The top 10 friends and shit like that. And you have stuff like you have like stuff like that, and then you have like and people like that would put stuff just because for the attention and stuff, like, oh, like it's like, dude, like just why are you posting this shit like on Facebook when you can just go out and like take care of it
right now, dude. Right now it's the mainstream media and the main network channels that they have this thing going on that they cannot put anything that's not politically correct on TV for some strange fucking reason. I don't know why. Because it's gonna offend so many people and everything like that. Nobody even watches TV anymore. It's like everything you see. If you go to Facebook and you just scroll through your feed, you're gonna see some racist ass memes, some of the funniest shit you've ever seen, and nobody cares because it's Facebook, it's social media. But the minute you get on TV, if you see something, oh no, we gotta report Cartoon Network for this and this and that.
And then there's like headlines too, because there's like they'll put like a headline and stuff because. We're gonna get into it in a bit, but real quick, gonna mention the shootings that happened like over the weekend and stuff, or whatever, Monday, whenever it happened. Because you have that, and then like I've seen where people like they'll share something that's like, oh, another shooting, and then you go into it and it's just like, oh, it was just a threat. But the headline says that there was like a shooting in Walmart or whatever. You go into it and it was like, oh no, it was actually just like a threat, and they handled it and stuff like that. But people like, oh my god, and like they share it and like, oh, I can't believe it's happening and everything, and then it just becomes like a bigger deal, like. Yeah, not to
it. Yeah, and that's like, you want to get into it right now? I'm ready to go.
Well, it's ready to go into. Okay. That's why I was trying to segue into the whole shooting. So we had the 2 shootings. We had the El Paso. It was a Walmart, and then we had the was it Ohio?
Yeah, the Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah, we had those like, and I was looking at like what was it? That was one statistic that was like 240 something like that, 240 250 shootings this year in the US or whatever far. And then you look at, and then like comparing it to like other countries and stuff, how there's like at 0 or like 9 or whatever, and, and then of course that's always going to bring in debates and all this stuff, and quickly the first thing that they always go into is like, oh, it's video games. Like it's always the first thing.
Why is it always video games?
Because they play video games, and because they're like doing this because it dehumanizes or whatever. Like they're like, oh, killing people. They always like, especially like right now, they're like, oh, Fortnite and stuff. You can go in like because you get so used to going and killing people and everything. It seems so normal, and then people choose. That's not it. Like it's
that's not it at all.
Yeah, that's not it. Go for it.
I've been playing video games my whole life since the 90s, since Mario, shooting. Whatever. Not once have I ever had the urge to shoot anybody, kill anybody, or hurt anybody else.
That's right.
And that's even the day and age of GTA.
Yeah.
Where you do whatever you want. It's not the video games. If it was a video game, might every generation be fucked.
That's true. Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that's true. Yeah, because video games. It started with video games. Shit, man. You had like. Well, and something just came to my mind right now, and I know for one thing, this specific game is probably the target for all of this, and it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Call of Duty.
Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
In Modern Warfare 2,
No
do you
Russian.
remember the mission with
No
you're
Russian.
Makarov and no, you're with Makarov, and you're in the airport, and Makarov says no Russian. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You go in the airport, you got a light machine gun, and just boom, 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 boom. You're just dropping bodies like
People
crazy.
forget though that you'd even like they knew what was up because you had that whole thing in the beginning that was like you can choose to skip this mission or
Yeah,
whatever you can.
it
you know.
gave you the option to skip
People
the mission.
forget
Yeah,
you had that option. Like,
I remember that was banned from Russia. That was banned from like so many countries. The United States almost banned Modern Warfare 2 for it,
because of.
but they didn't because of freedom of speech and whatever.
Yeah.
But it's one of those like you played through it, but you're kind of like oh fuck, but you're still doing it.
It fucked me up when I played it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like do I really have to do this?
Which I mean, it's the thing. It's entertainment. Like that's the thing. It's like
It's
just like watching movies and stuff where it's like oh man that's shocking and stuff. I can't believe that happened and everything, and you know that's what it's meant to do. It's meant.
But it's not that. It's like after you play. Unless you're a fucking psychopath,
I'm just saying that's the intention.
Maybe that's what they're saying. That video games just triggers like a sociopathic, psychopathic.
I was gonna say because that's why also people say it's not just video games. It's mental illness and depression, anxiety.
That's what they say with white people.
That has more part of it to do with it. But
Yeah.
the video games now, they tried years before y'all were born, probably. The Columbine.
Yeah.
Who they go after? They went after the music and Marilyn Manson. He was the number one
Yeah.
target for why
You're
Columbine
right.
happened.
Yeah.
It's
It wasn't that though. But and then you think about this, and then I don't want to put people on blast or anything because we're not politically correct here. Why is it always a white boy? It's never a black dude and it's never a Mexican guy. It's always a white dude that's shooting up shit. Why? Why? And I think it comes into the parenting thing. I think it comes down to the parenting thing because everybody knows that, and this everybody knows this. White parents are more lenient with their kids than like Hispanic, Latino parents or black parents they are with their kids. They're always more lenient, like, oh my god, Trevor, are you okay? Oh my god, did you scrape your knee?
Dude.
Oh, you killed the next door neighbor? That's okay? Is your knee okay? Like that.
Dude, that reminds me of of a certain experience I had. It wasn't when we went. It was before we went. I went to it was for a tournament. I was in San Antonio. I had to go to the restroom. I go to the restroom. This little kid yelling at his dad, his dad's just taking it. I'm like, dude, my dad would have beat my ass.
My dad would have slapped the shit out of me.
My dad would have beat my ass if I would have talked back to him. And this kid's like yelling at him, and it's like, this isn't what I wanted. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't
slap him for him.
my dad was like, well, you're an ass whooping is what you're gonna get.
Yeah, the fucking belt. Boom.
Like, I don't care about security cameras are watching me.
Once I heard the jingling of the belt, boom, fucking take off running, man.
Dude, for real, dude. I couldn't even run. You know how many chanclas my mom's throwing at me, dude? Like,
she has like
grandma.
she has a mag right here.
Boomerang.
Come back, child. Who throws it again?
I can get 2 kids with 1 chancla. Ask them.
No, that clicking of the belt was the scary sound.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or like my dad used to, like, you know when you fold it.
Exactly.
Exact
same
You
thing.
get the wells right here.
Yeah.
Dude, I had
The worst thing I was told as a kid from my mother was, I'm gonna tell your dad.
Oh. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
to this day.
To this day.
No, he's like, Mom, can I have V-Bucks, please?
Yeah.
Mom, can I have
But I think that's one of the main reasons for white kids. I mean,
We're not saying every single one also because there's some like
there's some like the Alabama. Yeehaw!
you got some the Luke Combs,
Trevor, you get your hands over here.
The cool Luke Combs ones.
But the whole thing with the shootings, I don't know, man. That like I don't know what drives a person to just want to kill so many people. Like I don't know what it is. Maybe they just they lose a sense of reality and they're just like,
I think it's just attention starved.
yeah, it could be that too.
Yeah, that's why there's because that's also a thing. It's you had the whole what was that one with the movie theater one the Joker type one. And it's like, dude, like that's probably like attention and stuff like that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I mean, there's other stuff. There's a lot of stuff that can go into it too, but like to kind of get away from this topic to avoid getting too into it and getting like too far in. You have the how I said people talk about like anxiety and depression and stuff like that, and then there's like older people that are like, oh, that's not a real thing.
Yeah, don't be a pussy.
And, yeah, don't be a pussy kind of thing.
Yeah, don't be a pussy.
And
kind
it's
of thing.
like
I think, and I have a really good explanation for that. It's like life was more simpler 50 years ago than it is right now. Like we got too much shit going through our heads, through social media, through through all this stuff that's just being fed to our brain every single day. And it's like we can't stop. We're addicted to our phones, dude. We can't get away from our phones.
That's true.
I can't be without my phone for a day. Like I gotta have my phone. I gotta have my phone on me, and I'm looking and I'm getting new info, like news every single day, and I'm seeing all this shit and everything, and I'm saying, oh, look at this. Look at one of my friends that I graduated with. Look at him. He has like his own house already, and he's so successful and all this shit. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck am I doing in my life, and all this stuff. And it just and it hits you and it hits you and it hits you, and you're like, god damn.
You can't be weak-minded.
You can't be weak-minded. I know. And you just gotta go with the flow.
It's to the point to where you're watching TV, but you're not actually watching. It's on.
It's on,
but you're on your phone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how dependent we are on the phone.
Yeah, man. It's and like the older generation does not understand like how much we have to deal with now. Before it was like, oh, like rumors like, oh, did you hear about Martha? She got a pimple on her forehead, and then that was like a week ago.
They'd just be there talking about it like on the side of the fence. And
yeah, on the side of the fence, some bullshit like that.
And now we've got all of this shit being.
If somebody gets arrested tonight, we're gonna see it tomorrow morning on the inmate list, and we're like, oh, and then we spread it,
and then you'll have like, oh, I knew that guy, and like,
yeah, it's like it's the chisme, it's all the.
You'll have the like, oh yeah, I knew that person. It's like, oh shit, like this is one of my friends, and they know that person, and then it's like, oh shit, and then this other like, and then you start thinking about like all the stuff that's going on everywhere. It just starts. Yeah, I get what you mean.
It's a lot, dude. It's a lot for us to deal with, and the older generation just they don't understand it. I'm talking like 16 above.
The 16 above. The get off my lawn.
The get off my lawn, like young whippersnapper, you son of a bitch. Like
yelling at the
16,
sky.
Yeah, 16 above, dude. 16 above, they just don't understand what's going on right now. And then it's a lot, dude. Like I've had two friends, rest in peace. Like they couldn't handle it. They chose to end their life, whatever. But it's like you just gotta chill out, man. You gotta sometimes turn off your phone. And we were talking about this earlier. Like you go to the beach, boom, unwind, get yourself a nice tall and strong, just fucking cold drink. And just hang out. Yeah.
No, I spent the last 2 days at the beach and I didn't worry about the phone at all.
Yeah.
It was word free. Didn't care.
You just take it easy, man. You just gotta. And you just
Take
gotta
it easy, Eagles.
Take it easy, Eagles. Hell yeah. One of my favorite bands.
We were born in the wrong generation, man.
Yes.
Maybe. I think I was born in the right.
I always say that, like 70s, 80s. That's where I wish I would have been.
I don't know, and it's like I said, there's a lot more shit to deal with nowadays. And then right now, it's image, dude. You gotta have the nicest phone, you gotta have the nicest car, you gotta have all of this stuff, and it's like, oh my god, dude. For me, I just rather I got my truck, go to the beach, got a fucking 12-pack with me. That's it. That's all I need.
So you two, you're 20s, you're good.
Yeah.
I'm 30s. I got responsibilities. As long as my kids are good, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you give them a good life and they're happy, dude. Your kids are always happy. That's all you need. That's all you need, man. And then it's people it's just too much. they're like, oh my god, how am I gonna afford the new phone? I have to have the newest phone, and oh my god, and it's getting in their heads, and it's like drilling in their heads right there, and they're like,
That's the materialistic people.
yeah, and they're like, oh my god, I have a 2008 car. I need the new 2019
I'm seeing it with, I'm
car.
seeing it with like the students, like my students and stuff, where I'm seeing it like I have like one kid, he's like 14 or something, he's like 14, 15 or whatever, and like, I mean, his parents make good money, but he's kind of wasting it because, you know, it's image and all this stuff, like the way that's
Exactly.
going and stuff, and it's like, you know, why? Like, you don't have to. It's just because the way, I don't know. I guess it's just a different way, like bullying. I guess bullying is different from like how, you know, because how it used to be and everything. I think I talked about it last time with Jacob about bullying coming, you know, how bullying was before and how it is now, and like how you used to take care of it back then, how you used to now. I've talked about it with my dad too, when he's like, yeah, that sometimes he would get into fights and stuff in like the locker room and stuff, and the coach would just kind of watch, like, yeah, just let them kind of do their own thing, as long as it doesn't go too far, you know. It's just letting
boys
them,
being boys,
and that's their way of like letting shit go or whatever, letting steam off and whatever. And now it's just like, oh, somebody will say something online or whatever, it's like, oh man, they'll just like close it off or whatever, and like not want to talk to anybody.
No, yeah, growing up, man, I didn't need the brand names, this and that. Walmart is good enough for me, but if you don't have brand name nowadays, you're poor.
And then you get older and you're like, oh man, what a waste. Like, you know, like
you really need the $110 shoes, and
There's some badass shoes at Walmart though.
and there's Gucci flip flops.
Supreme.
I have a Supreme shirt and
you millennial. Hey. No.
Nah, it's fucking fucking knockoff and shit from Korea.
The Pulga.
From the Pulga in Korea.
Yeah.
But it's time to start going into our final topic. Current state of WWE. If you've been watching, how's that going? Well, all right. Have you been watching?
You hold the mic on this one, buddy.
Have you been watching?
Every Monday night, man. Since
Damn.
I was a kid.
All right.
Sounds
So it's time to get into. What do you think about how the 24/7 championship is going right now? Like, how you?
That's a joke to me. It really is.
What?
Okay, look.
Let's explain it real quick to Jacob. All right, the 24.
I know, you already told me.
Oh, we said it right.
this
You know what the
is. I know
24/7?
this. Yes.
Dude, that's like the most entertaining part of it going right now.
Yes. No, I enjoy it because it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
But who have been the champions the whole time? R-Truth and
That's the part that I
The
get you. I
Maverick.
get you. I'm with that. It's literally just between them. I get you with that. That's why when it went over to Maria, when they started going into the whole pregnancy, I'm like, oh my god, like
Who's
who's
gonna
gonna pin her? How? In my head, I thought, okay, they're gonna find a way.
when
Like,
she's sleeping or something.
yeah,
like,
I was
like
gonna
barely
find a
touch
way.
her.
Yeah, and I like the way they did it with the whole the gyno thing, and like he just kind of like hugs her, and then the ref comes in. I liked how they did it,
Yeah,
but
because obviously they're not gonna have him beat a pregnant woman. That's
yeah. So what they did was they had one of the Mike Kanellis, he won the 24/7 championship,
Okay.
and then his wife, I guess, has him like super whipped and told him like lay down so I can win the championship, but she's pregnant, so that way, so she won it, and it's like nobody's gonna do anything to her because she's pregnant. And so it was like, oh shit. So it became a thing, like, who's going to take the championship from her? Because nobody's going to hurt a pregnant lady.
yeah.
And so he's the one that actually ended up winning it back from her. They went to like the doctors, and he just like, he hugged her. And then the doctor was disguised as a ref. So the ref comes in and counts it. Yeah.
What
So
the hell?
he won the championship
Yeah.
run out, but then like R-Truth wins it right away. Like,
What the hell, man?
Now
dude, it's getting up. Like, it's. I want
Well,
them to do more.
I saw an article, and I know you and Jose were talking about this, that the Attitude Era is coming back.
Kind of.
that's what I was hoping, because when Mick Foley revealed the 24/7,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
hoping it was gonna be the Hardcore Championship.
Same thing. It kind of is. It's just without, it kind of is because it has the same rule. The whole like the 24/7 thing is basically what the hardcore championship was.
But no,
But it's not the same. And they even did that whole thing where they turned down the lights and they made it like dark to make it seem like it was gonna be darker and everything. But it wasn't really like that big of a thing.
You just need some. You need some fucking badass characters, dude.
That's what we
need
talked
those
about
fucking-
last time.
Not that Roman Reigns bullshit.
Yeah. Okay.
needs
So
some
he.
fucking-
Yeah.
Some new Stone Cold's coming in there. I'm talking grab 240s.
Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is the new Stone Cold. Oh, that's another thing, because they're doing that whole thing. So like, they're bringing in like the next Stone Cold is supposed to be like a girl. They're making a woman be like to go into that.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be hot as fuck. it would. I'd be like, can I have your autograph, please? Off my beer.
So, what do you think about the legends coming back so often? Like
The thing with that is like, one, I like it because the nostalgia, but I also don't like because it's like, dude, like they're hurting, like you're making it worse. Like Undertaker's the one that's like Goldberg is gonna face Dolph Ziggler this Sunday,
I
right?
saw that,
SummerSlam. Yeah,
yeah.
Goldberg's back again.
Goldberg's the shit,
back.
bro.
But dude, he's like 50 something now,
Who gives
dude.
a fuck? You
Dude,
can do
they
it.
had
But what
they
is
had
it? What
they
is
had
it?
Goldberg and Undertaker face each other, and like they're like the match that they had, they were all like hurting each other basically. They were like pretty much getting hurt because of it. Like they can't go like they used to. Like they're older now. It's like let them rest, retire, Hall of Fame, like all that stuff is like I
that's also their choice though, because they know their body. They feel like they're
Yeah.
up.
yeah. But there's also like with Undertaker, for example. They kind of like, there's a big thing with Vince and him because Undertaker was, I want to say he was with WCW first or something like that or something, and then he came in. If we had Jose would like, but he was with WCW and then he went over to WWE, and so he was like basically like he was nothing there. When he came over, they started treating him like everything, and he was the one bringing the ratings up.
Mm-hmm.
So like basically they gave him a career, so he feels like he owes something to him and to like Vince and the WWE, and that's why he's doing all of that, like because he feels like he owes them something, and that's why he keeps coming back, because it's like, you know, they're the ones that gave me a career. I'm here because of that, and that's why I think that's why he continues.
Yeah, for Undertaker, but Goldberg, he doesn't have to come back. He was big in WCW.
Yeah,
debut.
Goldberg's another thing. I mean, he also fucking bashed his head on a wall and shit before he entered.
True.
But didn't he say like that? That's why I thought it was cool when he came back to face Brock Lesnar. Like I thought that was cool because he did it like for his kid basically, because his kid never got to see, his son never got to see him wrestle, and I thought that was cool. You know, he came back because of that, because he wanted his son to actually see what his dad did.
Yeah, I hate Brock Lesnar, bro. Their pay-per-view champion is what I call him, because you only see him
That's the
pay-per-view.
only time you see him.
I don't like him, bro.
Maybe a week or two back before the pay-per-view.
Cain Velasquez is wrestling now.
Yeah, so
He's
with
wrestling
his
now.
mask and shit.
Yeah.
It's badass.
Yeah.
It's badass. He can do it.
Yeah.
It's just watch his back and legit watch his back. Like make sure he doesn't fuck up, and then he's good to go. But I don't know, man. I like wrestling a lot back then, and then now I'm just.
Well,
like,
I was
I
gonna
cannot
say
watch it.
this is what I was gonna say.
I don't like the characters, dude. The
That's
characters
what
are
I was gonna
ridiculous.
say.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna not only that. It's because the characters, they don't feel like characters. They don't feel like
To
over
me,
the
it's-
top.
they're
Mankind, The Rock, how
Yeah,
they're
like-
larger than life people.
Yeah.
These are the thing is. This is why I feel that Jacob doesn't like it the way the way, you know, because
Remember we were watching well, I don't know what we were watching.
we're
but
probably
we saw
watching
those,
a Royal Rumble.
those two twins that came out, and they were like some cupcake ass shit. Do you remember? They came out like in, I think it was two black dudes.
Oh, it's probably the New Day. The New Day is badass though.
They came out all
With
gay
pancakes.
as
With
shit.
pancakes.
Pancakes.
The pancakes and stuff.
Yeah.
The
I was
New
like,
Day.
what
I have the
fuck is
bootios. I
that?
have the bootios and the cereal.
So I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, don't talk about the New Day like that.
Dude,
New Day are
fuck them,
badass.
dude. I want some beer smashing, fucking head smashing.
Well, look, that's what I was gonna say. It's because nowadays I feel that with WWE right now, mostly, it's become more wrestling, less entertainment, and I think that's where they're fucking up. I think that's where they're fucking up because it's less entertainment. It's been more wrestling, and that's. If you look back, it was a little bit more entertainment, and like the wrestling, yeah, that was kind of like a side thing. You know, it was more about the stories, who was gonna go against who. That whole, I remember I was super invested in that whole year. That was like Randy Orton versus John Cena. I think it was like 2007, where it was like Randy Orton, John Cena, like back and forth that whole year for the WWE Championship.
Wasn't it for a while? John Cena and Edge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you had that
Yeah.
Edge, and then you had Triple H, like that whole like group,
Yeah.
like fucking Triple H coming over. Breaking into Randy's house and like all this stuff, like it's because it was more
It
entertainment.
was good content.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was content.
Yeah.
and now they're focusing more on like wrestling and what they're doing in the ring, and it's like that. I think that's what's
There's a tag team out there I can't stand because they go against a local talent. They call themselves the Viking Raiders.
The War Raiders, or they were the War Raiders. They're not the Viking Raiders. Yeah, I know.
What they call jobbers. I can't.
Exactly.
Why are you gonna put that on TV?
Exactly.
People, I guarantee people change the channel when that comes on because.
Dude,
do that last Saturday?
Me.
Okay.
Bring it to me, by the way. Thanks. So that's why, like, with that, it's like I can see them like doing that for like live shows. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to like the live, like the house shows. I guess like the ones that are like.
No, for WWE, no, but WCW, I saw that.
Yeah, so it's like. I don't know, like, cause like for me right now, the way I watch Raw, cause I mean I work during that time. I never get to watch Raw. I never get to watch SmackDown. I always watch highlights later on YouTube. Yeah. And when I watch it, I always skip that. When I see them, like they had that whole thing also with Braun Strowman. When Braun Strowman was doing the same thing with jobbers, where they would come in, I would skip that. I would always skip that. It was like I would see it like, oh, I'll skip ahead to whatever was next.
Yeah, he was fighting jobbers forever. Like he was a jobber.
Yeah, like that's why, like that's what I'm saying. It's because they're focusing more on the wrestling, which is cool for the people that like are into that, and like, you know, I get it because wrestling is like a form of storytelling. But what got them there was the entertainment. Mm-hmm. You have the whole Stone Cold with Vince shit. You know, him attacking his boss and everything. You had all these stories. That's what did that. That's what made everybody fans in the first place. You know, like that's what got them like so popular was all the storylines, and they're lacking with the storylines. The storylines now are like sometimes you have matches that are like happening and you don't even know why, and they're just kind of happening. You have right now Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt. Like Bray Wyatt just randomly is coming in and attacking Finn Balor. There's no motive. There's nothing. It's just happening, and it's like how can you be invested in it? Like you don't even know why. It's like you kind of don't even want to watch it because it's like.
But then he have
and then you have people that are like, oh, I want to watch it because Finn Balor's a good wrestler, and then Bray Wyatt's a good wrestler.
I think they're putting them together, so for SummerSlam, Finn Balor can bring out the Demon King. Mm-hmm. So you get the Fiend.
The Fiend versus the Demon King. The Demon, yeah. Which is cool, but it would be cool if they set it up like, you know, they had, but Finn Balor really hasn't even been on there. Like, I mean, he wasn't even here Monday. He wasn't even there Monday, and I don't know about today. Today's Tuesday, so I haven't seen.
Didn't they have a storyline before? Didn't they have a rivalry before?
I don't really remember, and that's another thing. It's like you don't really remember these storylines, and then plus on top of that, they give you the same matches over and over again. Like that whole Baron Corbin shit, like that lasted forever.
Remember how we were predicting matches?
Yeah, and we already knew. Like we were like, oh, we already know that they're gonna win. We were doing that. Jacob, who hasn't watched in forever, he was like, oh, he's gonna win, and he was calling it. Like he was calling it accurately. Like he already knew who was gonna win. Yeah, and he didn't because it's super predictable now.
Like I'm predicting it right now. Brock is gonna hold that title to WrestleMania.
Because I can see that because originally. They took the belt off of Brock Lesnar, and that's because they thought he was going to go back to UFC. That fell through
to fight DC.
Exactly, that fell through, and it's not going to happen now. So now they're like they put it back on him, and that's why since he's not going back to UFC, they're like, okay, let's keep it on him, and that's what they're going to do. Cause
but I don't want to see that. Cause
exactly, like they don't care. Like it's
because he's there. Pay-per-views and. So how many weeks in between each pay-per-view that you don't see that belt?
I don't know. Honestly, dude. I miss Goldberg. I miss Stone Cold. I miss Sting.
Dude, that's why
I miss Undertaker. I miss La Parka.
La Parka Kisugo. La Parka Kisugo.
I know, man. I miss.
No, but that's the thing with that is it's because they need like good competition. That's what's gonna do it. That's what's gonna do it. Because you're talking about that. That's during the whole WCW versus WWE era, and that's what made it so good. Is that they were like competing for that spot. They need that. They need like competition to get them like, okay, we need to step it up. We gotta.
When The Rock came out, I was like, holy shit, The Rock's badass. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I miss it.
And that's where we'll leave off on for podcast. Oh shit! Again, we didn't do the shout out thing. If y'all made it here to this,
if you made it here, comments Natter Days. I was about to say that, dude. Comment Natterday.
That's why we're co-hosts.
Yeah.
Natterdays.
Comment Natterday.
Natuardays. Hey, I can still spell. I can drink another one then.
Ooh. Or King Pipi, whichever one you want.
King Pipi.
King Pipi or Natterday.
King Pipi, Natterdays, or both.
Or both.
Why not both?
The King Pipi of Natterdays.
The
Yes.
That's okay right here. If you comment the King Pipi of Natterdays,
We'll shout you out,
shout you out, and
you can leave whatever comment, and we'll fucking say it.
you'll be one of the first people to get some of our merch. Said it. I said it.
Ah, no, dude.
I said it. It's coming soon. I already found the spot that.
All right.
Nah, it's gonna happen.
I have the shirt ready.
I already got the place ready.
I
I'll
have
show it
it.
to you right now after the podcast.
All right, then we'll do it. Giveaway next podcast.
Giveaway.
No.
Oh, I need to get the shit first.
All right. Well, for sure, the 20th, the 20th podcast, which is already coming up. I want that one to be the Dragon Ball episode.
We can do that. We can do that. It's gonna get deep.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of.
I'm gonna be the moderator though. I'm not gonna be like I'll chime in, but I'm gonna be the moderator.
All right. I can get into it with whoever. Well, I can get into Z.
We're gonna do everything.
I know. Dragon Ball.
We're gonna do Dragon Ball Z. We're gonna do
Dragon Ball
GT.
GT.
We're gonna do Super. We're gonna do everything.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Fuck Hoon.
All the money. You never press play, dude. I'm gonna cut that out.